Good day, Merry Meet. My name is Glennis, and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. It feels like it has been way too long, so I'm going to just do a wee bit of chatting and kind of bring everyone up to speed on what's been going on in my life, what's going on in my practice. And of course, I wanted to share a haul with you. Oh my goodness, of course, because I go thrifting, here and there and a little bit here and there. And sometimes I just bring whatever home and cleanse them and then put them into use. And I don't think about, okay, I've got to set the aside. So I kind of spent a little bit of time gathering, and I'm like, I bought this, a week ago. I'll show them this or whatever. So we're going to go through all of this, but I hope everyone is doing well. But first, I want to get on with some seriousness and get it out of the way. I probably, well, I'm going to be making a video, and I'm hoping to upload it in the next few days. I've kind of started working on a candle, and this is very serious. And I have someone who is a very good friend, who has been a very good friend now for 25 years or so. And I received a call on Saturday morning, and it was devastating. And, it's one of those calls that you never want to hear from a friend. And so that was Saturday. So this week, I know for them is a whirlwind, and let's just say that it's getting ready to hit the proverbial fan on Friday. So I'm going to be doing a healing spell. I will video it, and I'm not going to walk you guys through it because for me, that kind of takes away from the energy that I put into it. But I'm going to record it as I would just be sitting here and working without anyone watching. So if you hear some emotions in my voice, if you hear me just in angst, and that's just the reality of the situation. Now, when I do banishments and things like that, I know it's very important to maintain control. And I always do. This is personal, and I don't have to maintain control if I don't want to. And depending on how things progress, and this is a healing spell, and I'm going to do everything possible. But if things don't go well, then we will go to the next phase. And again, it's just going to be a video recorded. I'm not going to walk you and talk you through it, but you will see what I'm doing. You will hear what I'm doing or saying. Sorry. And, finally, if we get to that point where I'm going to help this person's spirit cross over, we will do that as well. This is very serious stuff. And I've done this before, and I've not recorded it, but this I will. And this will be the only time I will. So I hope that you will watch, and if not, I totally understand. Again, this is going to be one of those that, it's going to be tough. But anyway, let's get on to something a little bit more pleasant to talk about. Now, what's been going on in my life? Well, oh my goodness, I should say, what hasn't been going on in my life? Oh my goodness. I have been more busy than you guys can imagine, but I think it's like my parents said, well, that keeps you out of trouble. So I guess it's keeping me out of trouble for the short term anyway. But anyway, for the past 2 weeks-ish or so, I've had an electrician working at the Hollow. Yay! And let's just say the struggle was real. it, it, I'm I'm not used to working. I'm used to working with contractors. I can tell you, I'm very used to working with contractors, but this breed of contractors, I guess the market is such that they have more work than they know what to do with. They don't really need to work for you. And, I have never felt so rejected, dejected by a man before in my life. Anyway, it's like, hey, I called you, I texted you. Why don't I hear from you? Oh my gosh. But anyway, um, he's off of vacation this week, and I'm thinking, really, dude? Oh my gosh. But he is rewiring the whole kit and caboodle, so to speak. And so I'm happy about that. He actually did get started a couple of weeks ago, and he kind of got stuck because he and his helper, they were doing like the grounding rods, and then they found a big rock in the ground. And I'm like, and I mean, those poor guys, oh my goodness, it was just pouring rain. There I was standing inside dry watching them, and they're just beating, trying to get this grounding rod and he said, well, we're going to have to take this one out and go get a shorter one. And he didn't come back. And that's why I was there. I came back, I think, a day or two early. And I just, oh my goodness, I just gave him a key. I said, here, whatever. So the gist of it is that I hope that, of course, I could do a spell for it too. But anyway, might just do that. He told me, I told him, I said, I hope that by the next time I come, I'm hoping they'll be finished. They better be finished. They better be finished. That I will at least, he said he would put up a temporary power source for me. So I'm hoping that I will be able to plug in a coffee pot. Oh my gosh. Plug in a coffee pot and actually brew. Of course, I have a pour over coffee there now, but it would really be so nice just to be able to plug it in and go tink. It would be so nice. But I'm hoping in the next 3 or so weeks, and the thing of it is with contractors, they'll tell you, oh, it's only going to take 3 or 4 days, but they don't want to work on your job for 4 days in a row. So it has been an adventure. My carpenter / plumber totally ghosted me for the second time. So I told myself, no matter what, if he called me, if he texted me or whatever again, that he's done. He's done for. I can't deal with someone. I was up there a solid week, and he couldn't, he'd been there before. It's not like he was unknown to me. And so I said, no matter what, if he even came and begged me, I'm going to say no. I can't do it because I can't deal with people like that. So there you go. But I want to share a couple of little things. I went thrifting today. I've been thrifting, probably every week for the last few weeks, but I just kind of wanted to gather it all together and share it with you. But I had a birthday. It's been a while back, but I had a birthday, and I received some lovely, lovely gifts, and I just wanted to share one with you. Now, this you will probably see. My son gave me this, and if you I hope that you will. If you subscribe to my yet to come channel, which will be cooking and maybe a little bit of lifestyle. Once I get the house done, I probably will be doing a lot of cooking videos and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But this is one of those things, and I thought, well, all of the cooks on TV have these, and this is just, it's a bamboo, and it is a slide. I believe you can see salt and pepper. And I thought, well, how neat is that? It has a little spoon that comes with it. But I thought, how neat is that, just to be able to take a pinch. And I know that doesn't make me a professional cook. I know that it doesn't. But I can tell you, I have cooked for many, many people, and I have never received a complaint yet. So I'm absolutely going to be doing some cooking. And now another birthday gift I received is, yeah, I think you guys can see, is a Bast crystal ball holder. And I'm not sure if you guys have worked with Bast before, but is it ever, ever, ever a pleasure? And if you don't, I encourage you to do so. This is one of the easiest deities that I have worked with women, babies, childbirth, children, things like that. This is a kind and loving deity. But I actually already had the crystal ball, so I know this crystal ball very, very well. But yes, this is just really incredibly, I don't know if you can see the pentacle engraved in the base here, but it is just beautiful, and I just absolutely love my Bast. And another thing that, now this is all from thrifting. A lot of the other birthday stuff I'm not going to bore you guys with, I don't think. I received a lot of carnelian, and again, carnelian is one of those things I work with very often. It gives you so much energy. It gives you an incredible amount of courage and bravery. So if you are walking a new path, or if you've made a lifestyle change, a new job, a new home, something like that, carnelian is one of the things to use. I've also recommended it to a particular person that I know very, very well. I gifted them with a carnelian, and I believe their pet was having a couple of issues that when pets get older and their mind kind of slips a little bit here and there, and they get frightened. They're a lot like people. To me, they're people, but they're a lot like people. And your mind, and I've seen it before in older people, their mind starts to slip a little bit and they get scared. It's totally normal, because, something that should come to you so easily is like, what the heck? Right? And so it's kind of scary. So I told this particular person, I said, take the carnelian. I said, and just, stroke your pet with it and see if that helps. And I think it helped for a little while. I don't know that this particular person is still doing that, and I encourage them to do it. And of course, I love wearing carnelian myself and using carnelian. But now, as far as thrifting is concerned, oh my goodness. And a lot of the things are not just, well, there's a couple of things that I just said, oh, I just must have it, But one of the things that I found is a candle holder, and I believe there's a moose and trees and things like that. And I just thought, you guys know how I am with regards. I've got little lights and candles and things like that. And I don't know. I just thought this might look really, really nice at the hollow somewhere. It's just a little candle holder. It's just a very nice, I think you guys can see. And to me, it looks like a wee bit of a half moon, like right here. I think you guys can see right there. Maybe it goes, oh, it looks like I have a mustache. But anyway, this is thrift. And again, you know, like $1 or $2 is actually really very, very heavy. And another thing that I found at thrift, I actually found this today. Why I bought it, I don't know. It's a bunny. It's a wooden, it's actually a wooden carved bunny. And, you know, I can't explain it to you. And he has such the sweetest little face. But, and he opens up. And it's just one of those things. I love wood. And I'm going to have a lot of wood at the hollow, so he will fit in very, very well. And I will set him aside. And for some reason, now you guys are going to go, oh my gosh, you know, I already have, oops, oh, this is really heavy. I already have one of these. Well, I bought another one. Don't ask me why. More than likely, I'll put it in the guest room, the guest bathroom. I don't know, somewhere. And it didn't have a price tag on it. And when I went up to check out, I said, well, you know, it doesn't really have a price tag on it. So I don't know. It worked. I plugged it in and it worked fine. She says, well, how about $1? I said, okay, $1's great. $1 is great. So I'm absolutely going to plug this in somewhere here and start using it and start working with it. It's really, really heavy. And another thing I found is this tray. And I think you guys might remember I had bought a few of these, I think in a boxed set. This is one of the original box set. I think I bought like 4 or 8 of these. And sometimes I only use, you know, and need just a little bit of an herb or something like that, or a resin or something like that. And then I found these just all lined up like little soldiers, just waiting for me to use them. So I said, yeah, you know what? I can use this really, really super, super easy, because I'm going to be, when I go to the hollow and I'm living at the hollow and have my garden at the hollow, I'm going to be doing all of my own herbs and things like that. So I'm absolutely going to need something like that. And I did go to the Dollar Tree, and why I couldn't tell you. I guess maybe because it's been a month or 2 or so, and I have found some of these little tins. Now they do not, and I'll explain it to you, they don't screw on like the ones you find at, like, you can get 36 or, you know, 42 or something on like an online retailer for like salves and balms and things like that. But what I'm going to do, and I don't believe that I've put a video up, what I'm doing, and this is not going to be ready until August. I have a calendula infused oil that I've got going here, calendula right out of my garden. And I have a plantain infused oil that I've got going here. I'm going to make my own salves. And I've got this going here. And then I've got a plantain and comfrey infused oil that will be exceptionally good for a baby's bottom, like a baby's, if baby has diaper rash or something like that, or maybe you have some kind of a skin irritation, plantain and comfrey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to process these. I already have my beeswax and everything else that I need, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to process these end of July, August, and there's an office that I work with, and I know a lot of the people there, and I'm going to say, here, have some plantain salve. Let me know how you like it, what you think, and yada yada. And so before I put these in my shop, because these will absolutely be making an appearance in my shop in the near future, because this is the herbs and working with herbs, different things like that, and working and treating our bodies more naturally. As you guys probably have already picked up on, I'm heading in that direction. So I picked up a few of these. I mean, I think there was like 4 of these for $1 and like 4 of these for $1. And I figured, well, it's slightly more expensive than, the online retailer that I probably eventually will buy from once I get into production of making, 50 tins of plantain salve and, things like that. But I wanted to get a few people's feedback on some of these, so I will be making a few of those up. So I picked up a few of these. And let's see. And of course, when I went thrifting, I found some of these, and more than likely I will be making up more infused oils to work with. And oddly enough, I found this. It's one of those things that you can, that, on YouTube, I don't know what channel it was, and it's been a while. This person bought the very same thing. Oh, I believe, yeah, I know who it was. But anyway, and she bought this and put it on her face. It might have been slightly different. And she said, well, I'm not really sure about it, but I'm going to give it a go, And so she said, well, I actually really liked it. It's good for Samhain. And so I was shopping. Of course, this has been months ago, right after Samhain. And I think this was all of $2. So I will either wear this at Samhain. Oh, yes, I absolutely will. Y'all know, once the season, and I'm talking about a month before Samhain hits, I start getting really freaky. I get my freak on, I'll be honest. And it doesn't stop until after Imbolc. So, but yes, I will absolutely. So if I get invited to a costume party or just Samhain itself, I love to get weird, but I will absolutely be donning this and getting really weird. Anyway, for like a couple of dollars, guys, a couple of dollars. And I believe, no, this is not last. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got all this other stuff. Okay, so I hope you guys hang in there with me, because I got a lot more stuff to get through with. I was thinking I was to the end of it, but I went thrifting today. And as you know, with my dried plantain and a few other things, I've blended together, and I do my own tea, and it's been just wonderful, wonderful for an aging body. And so, I found this, if I can get the glare off of it, and I looked in, and by golly, it's brand spanking new. The only thing that's missing out of it is, it seems to be that there is like a stainless steel, like a stand or something with it, and it wasn't in there. And I said, whatever. It was like all of a $2, but it's brand spanking new. So when I do want a cup of tea, and I always have a cup of tea after dinner. There goes my phone. I forgot to turn my phone down. Of course, still got the paperwork in it. How really stinking cute. I have one that's larger that I bought, but how cute is this? So yeah, absolutely. This is just right up my alley. Right up my alley. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to move some of this stuff down, guys. And you know, you might think, is she ever going to stop? No. No, of course I'm not. What I found is sometimes I'm shopping and I'm a label reader. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking, but anyway, I was shopping and I found this, and it's a caboodle. And as much as I travel on up to the Hollow and for business, because I do a lot of traveling, and I had been using some of the the larger online cosmetics people. They'll send you, you know, like a free makeup bag, you know, for whatever. And I have several of those kicking around, but I found this and it's caboodles. And I thought, oh, I want my own caboodle. And so it's not brand new. Unfortunately, no, it is not brand new, but I do know the name, and there's a place here for your brushes, and there you go. Of course, I've already used it, and I thought, how nice, you know. And so it was just so nice to be able to put, you know, my makeup remover and a place for all of my brushes here. And, you know, if I had, you know, some lotions and things like that, and I have it all organized in one darn spot. And I thought, and you know, the zipper, they go both ways. It's just wonderful. So and again, I probably spent like a couple of dollars for it. And whatever, you know, whatever I bought thrift, I always get, since I'm a senior citizen, I always get 25% off. So I was just so happy to have found that. And of course, I also have a travel bag that looks like, but it's not. It looks like it's Vera Bradley. It's a quilted, was brand spanking new. For all of the clothes I want to hang up, and they had bags lined for shoes and, you know, things like that. It was like all of $5. So, you know, if you guys can go and support your local thrift store and help those who are trying to work, then please, by all means, do. And I found this, and you guys know I love birds, and I'm hoping that some of you that are interested, when I finally do get moved up to the Hollow, will come for a visit. But as you move around my new home, you will see, you know, a bird here or a bird there, or an owl here or an owl there. So I love birds. Although I'm kind of afraid of them. As odd as that sounds, I'm kind of afraid of them a little bit. But I found this runner, and as it turns out, I will have room for my sideboard there. So I bought this for my sideboard, and I believe you guys can see on the end, and this is all hand done. It is gorgeous. It is quilted, and it has, I believe you can see, it has trimmed on the ends. This is an incredibly beautiful piece, and I believe there's some like wooden little things here on the end, but it is going to go, you know, on my sideboard, probably right before Samhain. and I actually have another one that's, you know, a little bit more in season, but yeah, it's just beautiful. And again, I think I paid, I haven't even taken the tag off of this. This was $2.99 less 25%. Tell me I'm not cheap, but it's you know, it looks like maybe someone used it like once, and it's um I really wish you guys could see the quality of this piece, because not only is it trimmed out, but it has different levels of quilting and things like that. But I started to not get it, and I said, you know what, for $2 and something, I have to get it. I have to. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Here I am with another one of my lights. I don't know why I bought this, other than it has like a little flame tip light, little pet berry. I'm not really quite sure where it's going to go. I bought it. I admit it. I bought it, and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it every moment. I can hardly wait. And I bought this. This is bamboo. I believe probably it's a makeup like organizer, and I get, from time to time, I'm sitting here and I'm doing my makeup, I get a little frustrated. So I thought, well, you know, maybe this would help make things, you know, a little more accessible. So I bought this, and again, this is, you know, thrifted, still got, you know, it's virtually in brand new condition. I'm so I'm so darn cheap. Oh gosh, guys. And I'm going to say last but not least, I'm going to have to back up on this one. This is a little heavy. And again, this is one of those things I started not to buy, and then I thought about, you know, where I'm going to move to, and I really, really wanted to hang it here because I love it just that much. I love it just that much. But all of the windows here have these darn mini blinds. And I don't want to start taking mini blinds at this stage of the game, which I've only got a year, a little over a year here until I'm out of here. And I don't want to start taking mini blinds down and drilling, you know, I don't want to deal with it here. I don't know if I'm going to hang it in my craft room, and I will absolutely. I can hardly wait to do a tour of my new craft room when I get there. I don't know if I'm going to hang it in my craft room window or in the library window. One or the other. Not sure which. And this is one of those things I hope will inspire you guys, because it has inspired me. You know, you go thrifting and you see like window frames and you go, what in the heck am I going to do with that? This is what you're going to do with that. Oh. I will set it up here. I'm hoping the glare is not too bad. Now this, I don't, you know what? I don't have my glasses on. I should have grabbed my glasses. The sticker is still on the back here, and I have not cleaned this. I should have cleaned it, I guess, before I brought it out. But I basically have just been kind of had it sitting here. But these are just some dried roses and a few little dried things around here. There is, I can feel the frame here. I can feel plexiglass on this side, and there's plexiglass on the other side. But this retailed for $59.99. I bought it for $5, I think it was. But this is one of those things that I'm absolutely, like I said, I'm going to hang in between, inside, up at the top of one of my windows at the hollow. I'm not really quite sure which one. But this is one of those projects that you can do if you find a frame like this, and it's like what, maybe $1 or something. Get 2 pieces of plexiglass cut, because that's all this is right here, and put whatever it is that you have in between the plexiglass. As long as it's totally dried, then you have really something really something nice you can either do for yourself, or if you have your own shop, something like that. And this is one of those projects I might do for myself and sell in my shop. I'm really not quite sure, but I just, and again, it probably will look twice as good if I cleaned it up. And I just, honestly, I've been so busy. I just honestly haven't had time. And I wanted to hang this so badly here. I wanted to so badly. But, and really at the bottom here is just a little bit of moss. So as long as everything is dried, I think that you shouldn't have any kind of a problem. And it's slightly distressed. It looks like it's a little bit of flat black, or you could probably use chalk paint if you know, have some kicking around. And it's a little bit distressed around the edges. And there you go. And it's just that simple. It's just that simple. But this, like I said, this was retailing for almost $60. So there you go. I want to thank you guys so much for indulging me today. I hope that you have enjoyed the haul, and I hope that you join me again for my health and healing for a very dear friend. And, you know, as much as we all put videos out, and I always tell my clients, and I will tell you, if you follow along, if it's your spell or if it's someone else's spell, whatever, if you follow along, and even though you don't know this person, if you follow along and you just put that energy out into the universe, I have to think and I have to know that it helps. I want you guys to have a great rest of the week. And I want to thank you for joining me here and indulging me here. Please, all of you, enjoy your life. Make every single moment count. Smile a little wider if you can. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.